Look how fancy.
It's me, Dagny. It's me.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
me.
Oh, with a new purse.
With a new purse.
Or you Dagmar.
Maybe Dragnet? Jocelyn and I decided to go up to Adamstown to Adam's Antiques and then to see our friend Tommy in his new store. But first we were at Adam's Antiques and we're looking in the cases. Usually when I go to antique malls with Jocelyn, I feel it's more of an education because I'm looking and reading the labels. So I don't know a lot about a lot. It's mostly reading and trying to remember things. So here, we hadn't been here, we thought it hadn't been a while. Maybe late summer, early fall was the last time we were here. So there were new things to look at and some favorite booths to revisit. I really thought these were pretty. There were 3 of these porcelain vases. They were $180. And then when we were walking back, I found this booth with amazing things. The first thing I found was this Dorothy Kindle ashtray called the Beachcombers for $295. I thought that was so sweet. Very kitschy, very 50s. And then I turned it over so you can see what the other side looks like. So her things are signed, so that will make it easier to identify if you ever find anything of hers. And then right next to it was this beautiful Hager piece. You saw Jocelyn buy this on her video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because she showed it very nicely on her video. It's so neat. I love the green and the yellow and the gray together. Then there was this piece. This was done by Waylon Gregory. It's a peacock. Just the form of it and the colors of it, I really like that. I thought it was so pretty. And then the figurine towards the back of the table. So I looked this name up, and this is Giza Deve, if I'm probably butchering that name, but I looked it up and it said that his works were very popular among designers for like old movies, and that you can see some of his works in the movie The Letter and Now Voyager. That is yanked right off of the internet. I just learned that. Then there was this vase, this textured vase. I just love the colors on that. I thought that was really neat. And then I turned around and in the corner was this 24-inch vase. This is made in Italy. And that is another textured glaze. They said that's from the 50s. Very nice. I really like that booth. Then we're making our way back to some other booths that we like to visit. I just saw Yvonne pick up one of these in one of her videos. I thought that was neat. It has a little baby owl inside it. They had some trinket dishes and boxes and some figurines and paperweights. So it's always interesting to look back here. This is tucked away in a corner. And they had perfume bottles, and that kind of grabbed my attention because I just sold a whole bunch of perfume bottles. And then this is in another favorite booth of ours. This is some Fenton glass, a covered glass dish. And this I thought was from Czechoslovakia, but it was actually made in Japan. It was an ashtray. And that's the maker of it. Isn't that cool? The colors are very pretty. And then there was this. I wasn't quite sure how to read it. Healthier foods with agricultural chemicals. Oh wait, healthier foods with refrigerants. I thought it said healthier foods with agricultural chemicals and refrigerants, but maybe it says healthier foods with refrigerants. Quicker equipment, effective. I was reading it this way. Healthier foods with chemicals. I think that could go either way. It was the 50s, so you never know. Here's another booth. I didn't put up the captions here because these labels are so nice and clear and printed that I thought it would be easy to read them off here. Beautiful vase, look at that. So I apologize. I do like putting up the subtitles for you or the captions of the prices, but these I thought was pretty clear. I love these. I have a yellow one that I got at Goodwill that's very small, not as gorgeous as that. I just think those are pretty pieces. And then here are the angels that she found. You can see these also on her video. Aren't they cute? They're little, sweet little faces, and that's a neat color. It's going to look like I'm refusing to give it up, but I'm making sure she has a hold of it before I let it go. So I was making sure, do you have it? Okay, I'm going to let go, even though it looks like I'm wrestling her for it. So I think she did decide to get those, and then while she was looking at that table, I decided to look over at this table, at the little figurines and the boots, little animals, and I thought it's just fun to look even if you're not buying. It's kind of window shopping and learning at the same time. You hear about people putting colored vases, like the different colored glass vases in a window. I think it would be neat if you put the different colored little figurine, the little animals in a window and have the sunlight shine through them. That would be very pretty as well. I didn't see anything to buy here, but I did see a lot of things that I liked. Really pretty too. Fenton Art Glass Rare Sapphire Aqua Ice Blue Green Diamond Lace Eburn. They're covering everything. They're covering everything there. This will hold so many toothpicks. Oh, look at that!
Yeah! Isn't that neat? And it has the original look.
Oh, that is cool.
That is really cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I like that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
It's always neat to find something with the original box or the original hang tag. And I'd never seen those glasses. And I think one of her viewers said that they were usually used on a boat, which makes sense because then they could move with the ocean waves. And then back here in this booth is an Asian themed booth that I always like to visit. They always have new things in here. This was a very tall Buddha statue. And then in the back, they have this little case that you can open up yourself, which I appreciate. You don't have to bother anyone. And of course, the little pig caught my eye. I thought that was adorable. It doesn't have any markings on it, but it's just a little porcelain piggy. And I thought, well, someone's going to like this if I don't hang on to it. But I'm not. I'm not keeping the pig. It's so sweet, though. And those Kokeshi dolls in the back. I always admire those when we come into this booth. So I decided to get the pig, and then I was looking at this carved figurine, and I decided against that. But then these Dragonware salt and pepper shakers caught my eye, so I decided to get those because I hadn't seen salt and pepper shakers in a while. They do have a red Made in Japan sticker, which makes me think they are more contemporary than vintage. I believe they're vintage, but I think they're more newer. I could be completely wrong, but usually the Japan stickers are blue and these were red. So that is what I'm basing that on. I could be completely wrong. This is more towards the front of the store where you check out. They had some glass here, this very large Yadro figurine right there of the boy. And then here is some more glass. When we go to see Tommy's store, you're going to see a ton of glass and vases. It's amazing. This booth had it very nicely displayed. It's a little dark, and then I adjusted my camera for the lighting. So we have to be a little bit patient here, and then you'll see how it brightens up and the colors really pop. I love it when people display colors, the glass colors by the color, like red and green in groupings like this. Makes it, I don't know, it's so pleasing. It's so pleasing to the eye. This was a pretty glass bowl. And then they had some L.E. Smith down there in the Amberina. There we go. Look at that. It's like I turned the lights on. Sometimes I get distracted and I have to focus on making sure that it's bright for you to see. Isn't that pretty? And then this very large bowl. So nice. There we go. Adjusted the light so you can see the colors. It's amazing. It would be amazing to be able to make things out of glass like this. Then they had some cute little figurines. There's an octopus there, and there's some birds over here on the left. I do show, there they are. A little close-up of them. And here's some Fenton on the top. And I saw something that I had never seen before, that clear glass roller skate. I'd never seen a roller skate. I always see the boots or the slippers. There's some glass with some silver overlay. And then finally, the last thing I will show you here before we go to Tommy's is this Dresden brass wreath. All right, let's go. Tommy's store is called the Vintage Kitchen and Antiques. It's located on North Reading Road in Adamstown. Super easy to find. They're open every day except for Wednesdays. Their new space has 7,000 square feet. They had a soft open on Black Friday, but they're having their grand opening Valentine's weekend. And so if you are in the Adamstown area, make sure you come and visit them on Valentine's weekend. That's 2022. Look at this room. Isn't it beautiful? Here is Kim and Tommy. It was so nice seeing them again and catching up with them, and they gave us a tour of the place. I have this set, but I have it with the black. I've never seen it with the yellow, so that was pretty cool. I keep our dog treats in the tea and coffee cans. If you follow me on Instagram, sometimes you see them in the background of pictures I've taken. I thought these displays were very nicely done, and I didn't know that that little yellow dish with the dips in it was for escargot, not little tiny pancakes. What I really liked was how he had the whole store displayed. This room was the Pyrex room, and you saw this, most of this Pyrex when he had it for sale at Mad Hatter. And so it was very, very interesting how they had taken things from all the different booths from the different antique malls and put it into his space. And it flowed so nicely how he had the store. So you walked into the room we were just in, you go through the Pyrex room, you go back to the Primitives room, and then down another hallway, there are different rooms that I'll show you where they have separated different categories. You'll see. But look at all this Pyrex. It's so pretty. It's just nice to like take it in and let your eyeballs enjoy all the colors and all the different patterns. They have everything labeled and priced. It's so, so nice. And you can see what a beautiful collection that they have now that they have their own store and everything's in one place. They do still have their eBay store. I'll put a link to his eBay store in the description below for this video. I really like these mugs. I like the graphics and the color of them. I'm always saying it's so neat when you find original boxes and labels on things, but it's also really neat when you see a whole set of something. And that's how I feel about Tommy's store, is that he has a whole set of glasses, and it's kind of takes you back in time when you could go shopping and here are all the frosted flower glasses or the apple glasses or the rooster glasses. It really makes you enjoy vintage items even more. Here is some things that Jocelyn found in the case. We're back in the front of the store again, and I'm giving you a look at the stretch glass vase collection that he has. Wait, I hear angels.
Yeah.
I know, you heard them too?
I do.
And Fenton leads all the way down into the Westmoreland, and the Westmoreland goes all the way to the end.
Oh gosh.
Jocelyn and I had the opportunity to tour his warehouse before he moved here, and you remember from her video how organized he had it, and it just continues on in this store. So everything is categorized, like he said. It's Fenton, goes into Westmoreland. So if you're looking for something particular, it's very easy to find. Look at the kitty cats.
These I love.
Oh,
These
I
jars
know.
are insane.
I know.
And this is one of three. That one.
Really?
Jocelyn told me that those were made for railroads to use on trains, which I found very interesting. I thought those were adorable. I'd never seen those before, and you can see two others in the back that aren't painted. I really like Fenton glass, but I also really like Westmoreland glass. He had two stands well, he had more than two, but I bought two stands for the Westmoreland fairy lamps. I had the tops, but no bases. And he's like, oh, I have bases. So I was very excited to learn that because I come across the shades all the time. The bases are harder to find. And so now I know if I come across them, I can go to his store and he might have some bases available. Sorry that it was kind of a fast swing there, but I was a little overwhelmed at how pretty everything was. So here you can see some Fiesta ware on your right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Oh yeah, those
This style. There's an amber one there and a red one.
ones are flashed, right?
They probably are.
I have it. I have that red one and mine's flashed because it kind of came off.
Did it come off?
Yeah. I still like it.
I was. Seen these before and didn't know what they were.
Pinch decanters, if you ever, that's their style.
Okay, that's good to know.
Wasn't that neat? All right, here are the different rooms that he has. This used to be an insurance office, I believe, and so he kept these offices and made them different rooms, which I thought was very, very clever. So these are the different rooms. I'm going to show you the outside, and then we're going to go into some of them. Some of them I don't go into. So first we're going to start in the vintage room. Isn't that a clever idea? I thought that was very neat. And I wonder what room would be your favorite. I really like the vintage room and the $5 room and the Christmas room. My gram had this suitcase. $28 she had this set. I still have my Gram's smaller red case. That brought back some memories. And I thought these were very sweet, how everything had a place, or you could have it in jars, or up here you could have them in frosted glass jars. I kind of like the yellow plastic one that I first showed you. Next, we're going to move into the collectibles room. This is where he has his salt and pepper shakers and other different collections of things. So some of the things you might remember from our past visits to the antique stores in Adamstown. Get all the cookie jars together. They're so funny. I don't know which one I would pick. Maybe the mushroom one or the pineapple one. Here's the $5 room. You can make a great collection of things in here. Mix and match things, and everything's only $5. And here he had some more of the aluminum tin, I believe it's aluminum canisters. So if you're missing one, he might have one for a replacement. I thought these were a cute little kitty cat and a little monkey. I think they were missing the See No Evil. And next up, we're going to move into the holiday room. That music might have sounded familiar to some of you. Those of you who watched my videos in December, that was my opening music for just about every single video that month. And I decided to put it in so you could take a break from my yammering on. And you could also hear more of this song because I think it's a nice little song. I want you to enjoy this video and not have to hear me go, and now that is that, and now this is this, because like I said before, I'm learning myself, reading labels, trying to remember what's what and who's who. My mom, when she was little, she competed for a Little Miss Sunbeam photo contest, and she won in her small little town in Arizona. And so whenever I see this little image of Sunbeam bread, I think of that family story. Here in the back, he has primitives and furniture, and in this room, he had a lot of his wall pockets and vases and planters, which I love. I love a wall pocket and a very kitschy planter. And speaking of wall pockets, here is a cute little elephant wall pocket that I picked up here at Tommy's. I hope you enjoyed this video and our trip to Adamstown and to see Tommy's new store. I hope you are having a great day, and I'll see ya!